Hi, my name is Jenna McWilliams, and I'm a doctoral student in the Learning Sciences program at Indiana University. And next to me is my cat, Max, who likes to stand in front of me whenever I'm in the middle of doing something that's serious. I'm recording this using iMovie on my Mac and using the built-in iSight in my laptop. And I have thought a lot about my identity as a reader and as a writer. I've done a lot of different things in my career, various career paths, that have been kind of directly focused on thinking about what it means to read and write in a participatory culture. I'm 32 years old, and I've spent a lot of time before coming to education in a lot of different career fields. I've worked as a reporter, a newspaper reporter. I've worked as a community organizer. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in creative writing, and I've had a few poems published. Not many, but I've had a couple. And I've worked as an educational researcher on a research project focused on thinking about what it means to be a reader and a writer in a participatory culture, what it means to be a reader and a writer online using new media technologies. I'm just going to move my cat. So I've thought about reading and writing in all of those contexts, but I would say that my primary identity as a reader and as a writer comes from my experiences as a blogger. And I've been blogging for about 2 years, give or take. And during that time, I've really focused on developing my skill set as a blogger. So I've really worked on thinking about ways to read and write that can help support the kinds of blogging practices that I really want to get good at. So some of my strengths that I've developed as a blogger, well, one of my strengths is that I can read and synthesize things really, really fast. So I can read, if I'm interested in potentially blogging about a topic, I can read a lot of different source materials, a lot of different online and offline materials about that topic really quickly for the purpose of blogging. So I'm always kind of thinking with my blogger hat on. So I've gotten really good at that, and I also kind of read with my mouse in hand or with my trackpad under my fingers. So I'm always thinking as I read how I can take what I'm reading and kind of leverage it or use it in my blog for the purpose of making an argument. And I've also gotten really fast at reading and also gotten fairly fast at writing as well. So I can synthesize ideas really quickly and write about them really quickly. So those are some of my strengths. And I take those skills to just about every context that I enter as a reader and a writer. So as a doctoral student, I'm working in that way. As a researcher, I'm always reading and writing with my blogger skills kind of in the foreground, and it's helped me in a lot of interesting ways in that respect. So I would say that one of my weaknesses as a reader and a writer, as I've developed these strengths, I've also kind of started to identify some of my weak spots. And one of my weak spots is that I'm not very good, or maybe I'm not very willing to read slowly and deeply. So immersion into a text is more and more difficult for me, and that has obvious issues, obvious ramifications for me as a blogger and as a researcher and as a student. So one thing I try to do to kind of try to compensate for that weakness is I try to surround myself with people who are good at that kind of reading and writing, so that hopefully my skills as a blogger, the skills I've developed through that identity, can help them when they need the kind of breadth and reach of the kind of reading and writing that I've done, and then their skills in really deep immersion into a text or a series of texts or a subject area can help me as I develop as a thinker and an academic and a scholar and a researcher and a blogger and so on.